Peace fam, how are you? Hope all is well. It's kind of late here, right? But that's okay. Um, I wanted to do this. Pardon me for 1 second. I'm trying to clear my lens, but I wanted to do this before I go to rest, right? So, I was asking the questions all day about Trump's proposal, right? And then I saw the link. I put the link down, but what I did, I went and watched his speech, right? So when I went and watched the speech, and then I did the knowledge of the speech, he talking about um, over a 4-year period and all this bullshit, right? Yeah, I put up earlier negotiation power in politics. This is what this is all about, right? Now he set the bid for 500 billion, right? Democrats probably do nothing about it. But with that 500 billion, that 500 billion won't benefit us. And I'm going to tell you why it won't benefit us. Because once he puts that money out in circulation, right, the people who's going to control that money are scams and con artists, scammers, and things of that nature. Take for instance, because he said something about donating money to churches. So why would Black Americans trust their money going to churches or any religious sector group, right? Especially when T.D. Jakes, while people were dealing with a pandemic, bought his daughter $4 million mansion off of his congregation's money as they were being evicted and who knows what afterwards, right? So we really don't trust those black politicians that's behind Trump. We really don't trust you, right? It do sound good, but at the end of the day, ain't no over four-year period going on here. See, what we want is a check cut, right? A check for all of us, right? For all the money that's been stolen since slavery all the way up to immigration, as well as resources that's been stolen from Black Americans, right? It's time to come up off of it and see. They're gonna play around with it, right? But this is what I predict. I predict because Democrats already, showed us they ain't shit, and they just as bad as Trump. But this is what I predict because they like playing with us on, both hands of Satan like to play with us, left and the right hand, right? But in a minute they're gonna get slapped because this is what I think is gonna happen. I think this country, it won't at the end of this, it really won't even be an economy. And then it's going to be desolate. It's probably not even going to be livable in a lot of spaces because if we see what's going on in California and then these hurricanes, then you would understand what I'm talking about, right? So I just think that, until these people understand that the universe ain't playing with their ass, karma ain't playing with them, right? No, you're not going to take black people's pain and suffering, whether Democrat or Republican, because you both played a hand, in government of the conditions that we're in nowadays as a group anyway. So we don't trust neither party. So until somebody say cut the check, we're going to decline that, right? I don't think it should be done, right? So I don't want brothers and sisters to just jump feet first into the fire without doing the knowledge on what's being proposed here. I don't think so. Over 4 years now, it's enough money in 500 billion where you can cut the check, for a down payment and then take 500 billion and put it into businesses and take another 500 billion and put or whatever. No, we just want our motherfucking money. We want our checks. I want my grandmothers and all my grandparents and their ancestors before them who worked like slaves on breeding camps here in the United States of America and made it one of the most wealthiest countries in the world. Meanwhile, those who built this motherfucker is the ones who suffer the most in it. So we're getting ready to change that. Whether we don't really need politics to do what's getting ready to happen, right? Because we got the powers that be that's on our team along with COVID, right? So that's what I wanted to get out. I don't want to hold you guys long. Because I got to get up tomorrow. Well, yeah, I have a rally. Gods and Earths have, we, have a rally tomorrow. So I'm cooking, taking that down, to our school. We got a school coming up in Dover. Then we're gonna work on the one in Wilmington. See, a lot of motherfuckers be playing, but I like I said, I've been um doing what I do, right? And I just don't need a big crowd or audience to do what I do. And matter of fact, I've been the type to work behind the scenes. You know, I've always been that way. I don't really want to be in the spotlight with the bullshit, right? Because I don't really trust people too much being that spotlight. I'll be wondering if it's for you or is it for us as a whole, Yeah, be mindful because to be honest, everybody out here right now still black and white trying to just get tangibles for their clique. You know what I mean? Tangibles for their little sect and shit. I'm really not feeling that bozo shit. It's really disturbing to see how black people are really sitting here fighting each other on the motherfucking internet while hollering reparations, right? It's just dumb. From all parties involved with dumb shit, with all of that sneak dissing and backbiting and gossip and all. Listen, your real listeners, your real people, the real soldiers out here don't want to hear that bullshit. We really don't want to hear that bullshit, right? We on some, we want our motherfucking money. We don't want nobody interfering with it, taking our group and then grouping over, putting some motherfucking outliers on our goddamn charts and graphs. We ain't feeling that for real. For real, and to me, I'm a predict this. A lot of people out here going going to lose a lot of people that really follow them because they got a biased mindset. You can't have a fucking biased mindset when you're supposed to be teaching a universal audience. It mathematically will never work. You gotta have a universal mind. You can't be out here, you know, reparations now for us, but these set over here, F them or we greater than them and all that, man. Miss us with that bozo shit for real. For real. People, you know, I'm just on the outside looking at it, and that's why I don't dedicate myself to all that kind of bullshit, right? Listen. I put what I put on my page for a reason. It ain't even had nothing. I like adults, but I had to make it clear. I think for my motherfucking self. That way, ain't nobody can convince me to be their motherfucking follower. See, my leader left here, before I was born. He was shot 7 times, murdered, execution style. So by the time I got here, it got mathematics. I was born a leader. I'm not looking for no motherfucking savior. I already saved myself, right? What I can do is help other people save themselves and we all add on. But as far as me signing up for anybody motherfucking army besides my own, I don't think so. Not unless it's for reparations. Ain't for reparations, I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to hold this because it's 8 minutes and something already. But that's what I wanted to get out there. Keep your vibrations high, you guys. I don't know how busy my day will be because, like I said, it's a rally, so it's going to take a minute. But I'll build with you probably afterwards.